most SEC games have a weird tempo, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played a game at 11 a.m.? And are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'd probably say it had to be AAU back in the day when you probably played, at 8 a.m. Played 5 games at 8 a.m. throughout the entire day. Because, the earliest we have had noon games, since I've been in college, a decent amount, but never an 11 a.m. one. So, a lot of times in those games, whoever comes out ready to go is the team that wins. And so we're really looking forward to try and prepare for that and make sure that we're ready to go when tip-off comes at 11 a.m. And I'd say I could probably be both. I can be a night owl, or I could be an early bird too. It depends.
Coach has talked a lot about trying to get used to more maybe three-point looks.
Yeah.
How do you toe the line of not getting more looks without forcing it? How does he kind of help you with that?
Yeah, no, I think for me, a lot of times in my career, I've gotten three-pointers in a lot of different ways, and so it's still an adjustment period of coming off a stagger screen a lot, and haven't had many three-point attempts like that in my career, let alone this year as well. So a lot of different ways of trying to get just continue to get more comfortable within the offense of being able to try and get those attempts off. And so I had some good looks today, and obviously not going down out of the post, and so I think I'll just continue to try and be as confident and not pass down any good looks.
Obviously, only a couple more hours left in the year.
Yep.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions on the court, off the court, or maybe a team one?
I would say if we want to talk about our team resolution, just being able to come out and play at 110% all the time. I think that when we're flying around, we're a really hard team to beat. And then personally, the whole team we all made sure that everybody had their own New Year's resolution so we can keep everybody else accountable to that in the locker room. And so mine was just being better financially, being able to make sure I'm doing everything off the court, putting things where they're supposed to be to try and save some money. So.
And then obviously starting on Saturday, conference play all the way through. What are you looking forward to most playing in your first and only year in the SEC?
I'm super excited just about the talent level of the league this year. Every team is really, really good, and so we're going to have unlimited big-time games, so for say. So I'm just super excited to be able to challenge ourselves and have a great SEC year.
Have you always been comfortable shooting threes, or something you've had a shot?
Yeah, no, I definitely have been comfortable shooting threes. I think for me, the uncomfortableness was just was being able to find a great shot. I think for me, my mindset and the way I'm thinking about the game a lot of times is trying to get the best possible shot. And so the uncomfortableness is shooting a transition at 26 on the clock or something like that. For me, it hasn't always been, or the team looked at it as, a great shot. And so I'd say that's probably where the more uncomfortableness comes from, because Coach Pope tries to, that's a great shot for us. So just being able to get comfortable with that more.
Coach Pope talked about
Coach ones in the locker room recently.
How do you handle the whole shot? How do you handle not getting frustrated when you're able to get a minute or two here and there, trying to make sure you don't try to do too much while you're out there?
Yeah, just try to play the game the right way and do the things we focus on in practice. It's easy. We've got a great group of veteran guys that can really just kind of help with that. They've been in the situation I'm in, or that our rookies are in. So just kind of going out there and doing what I can to contribute to the team and ultimately try and get a win for us.
Is the game slowing down?
I think it is, for sure. It's I feel like I've made a lot of strides just going against Lamont every single day in practice. That's huge. Having to guard him every single day. The defense side of the ball, I think, is slowing down for me a little bit. But yeah, also on offense, it's really slowing down for me.
What's been the biggest thing as far as the transition to the role you have now?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of differences. I think just trying to make the right play, not do too much, but also be aggressive. I think something I was struggling with, or had been struggling with, was not being aggressive enough. So I'm coming in and maybe giving the defense a little bit too much of an easy path, or giving them a break. So something I'm trying to do is just come in, be aggressive, play my game, make plays for myself and for teammates to keep the defense honest when I'm in there.
When was the last time you didn't start for your team, play major minutes for your team? Ever?
It's been a while for sure. Yeah, maybe ever. So yeah, it's definitely a different environment for sure. But it's been a lot of fun. You know, we got a lot of great guys that you know make us feel like we're ready when we go in there, and you know we're confident in ourselves. So it's good to have a team like that.
What do you feel like this team has learned about each other as non-conference play closes and you start SEC competition?
I think we've learned that everyone has each other's backs through a couple of the scuffles we've had and also the adversity we've had. And I think one of the main things is just how much we want to win and represent ourselves and each other well in the University of Kentucky and the jersey we wear well. I think you know the 10-day break we had after the loss to Ohio State really was hard. I mean, it's a terrible way to go into Christmas break. So I think those 10 days we had a chance to kind of learn about each other, learn what was good in our hearts, and come out and put together a good game.
You mentioned Lamont. How much better of a player does that make you when you get to go up against a guy like that, head-to-head every day in practice?
Yeah, it's a complete transition. I mean, it makes me such a better player. Anybody going against Lamont Butler makes him a great player. But just to be able to go against him and learn from him, like you're playing, and obviously he might beat you on a couple plays, rip you, but just getting better, trying to minimize those, and then just asking him questions, figuring out what he knows about the game. I mean, he's played 5 years of college basketball, played in the national championship game. He knows a lot about the game of basketball and college basketball. So just trying to learn anything I can from him.
After Christmas and everything, but I feel like the ball screen defense, what we focused on, and just being there defensively, I feel like we did that quite well. We can do it better going into the better games. I mean, not the better games, but the other games. So, yeah, I feel like we accomplished it.
They asked about the different lineups tonight, and 8 players made a three-pointer. It's got to be reassuring knowing that you can kind of mix and match you guys out there and still come out with a score like that.
I mean, a lot of guys can do a lot of different things. You know, even BG ran out there, hit a 3. We know that he's been able to shoot it. So, you know, just having those guys and seeing their confidence come back with the shooting is a big thing for us. So.
How much was defense a priority for you guys coming back from the holiday break?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing all week. We've had segments where it was just 45 minutes of us working the ball screen defense. So just coming out and being able to do that against a different team was fun, and, you know, something we're going to build on for the rest of the games coming up. So.
As a guy who's obviously a defender yourself, did you enjoy practice? Do you enjoy practices like that, or is it monotonous?
It makes everything easier in the long run. You know, going into these tougher games, the SEC is going to help us a lot, and, you know, just knowing that he gives us confidence to contest at the rim and go block shots is something me and BG have been working on the past few weeks as well. So, yeah, I think everything's just going to work out and it's going to help us. So, yeah.
And then the Ohio State game, Lamont said yesterday he kind of thought it was mostly the guards' fault, kind of letting guys get into the paint. How did you think he, Ortega, the other guys did today?
I mean, even though he says it's his fault last game, I feel like as a team, you know, I was still able to get across and help on the other side. But like you said, I feel like as a team, we all kind of honed in today and made sure that, you know, we're all doing our part, and they did that great. So it helps us as well.
How much are you guys looking forward to SEC play?
We are a lot. I mean, I don't think anyone on the team has been a part of a team in the SEC. Yeah, so I feel like it's going to be fun, especially going on the road, seeing these new places. So it'll be fun. It'll be a tough task too. So yeah.
And how much of a challenge do you think it'll be, considering how well the SEC has done to this point?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Something I feel like a lot of us haven't seen before, but, you know, we'll be up for the challenge. We'll be ready for it. So yeah.
I know this one just ended, but how are we feeling about, you know, opening up against Florida this Saturday? The first big-time game in a row.
Yeah, it'll be fun, especially, you know, just because of how well Florida's doing now. So preparing for them, and, you know, hopefully it'll be a great atmosphere, a tough game. So we're looking forward to it. You know.